to the Mataru Kitchen. I'm Kat, and today we are going to show you how to make cereal tofu. It is inspired by a local favorite in Singapore, cereal prawn, and this is a vegetarian version of it. This has become one of our most popular recipe on our website, and today we will show you how to make it. If you've been liking our content, this will be the good time to show us your support by hitting the like and subscribe button now. Alright, let's get started. Alright, let's run through the ingredients that we need for today. We'll need tofu, 1 egg, chili padi. You can adjust the quantity of the chili padi to how spicy you want your mixture. Of course, we need curry leaves, soya sauce, unsalted butter, all-purpose flour, cornstarch, and instant cereal. Alright, to begin, we will have to first prepare the tofu. In this recipe, I'm using Chinese tofu, which is one of the softer tofu. If you prefer something firmer, you can use pressed tofu or firm tofu if you like, but I personally like the tenderness of the tofu after I deep fry it. I like the contrast of the texture, which is why I use a softer tofu. You can also use silken tofu, it's a tad bit softer. Okay, first things first, let's just cut it into cubes. We'll cut it halfway through. And then we'll cut it height-wise into half and half again. I mean, you can cut it however size you like. In a bowl, we add 300 ml of water. Set this aside. Now we put the tofu into the water bath. Just gotta be very gentle. Okay. Now the tofu is in the water bath. We need to make the marinade for the tofu to sit in. For the marinade, we just need to add some soya sauce into the water bath. So about 3 tablespoons of soya sauce. Give it a gentle stir. Then we'll keep this aside. We let it marinate for about 10 to 15 minutes. That is about enough. In the meantime, we'll prepare the other ingredients. Now we need to prepare the chilies. We just need to slice it really. Not too much to prepare. Just slice up the chili padis. I'm using 2 chili padis here. Don't need it to be too thinly sliced. We'll also need some curry leaves, so we just have to remove the leaves from the stem. We need about 2 sprigs of curry leaves. If you like, you can add a bit more. If there are like smaller leaves like what I have today, then you can add about 3, 4, so adjust accordingly. About this much is enough. And that's the prep work done. Next, we'll move on to making the batter for frying the tofu. In this bowl, I already have about 5 to 6 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. And we need 40 grams of cornstarch, about half a teaspoon of salt, 1 egg, whisk up the ingredients and then you can adjust the liquids accordingly. Okay, now the batter is ready. Once it's about 15 minutes, we'll have to drain away the tofu from the soy sauce water bath. After you drain them, you can gently put them on the paper towel to remove a little bit more water. Just give them a gentle pat. Very gently transfer them into a plate. Can you tell that the color of the tofu has changed slightly? It's gotten a little bit darker, and that's because of the marinade bath that it was resting in. Now that we've separated onto the plate, we can prepare to deep fry our tofu. First, we need to have the instant cereal in a plate. I have about 80 grams to 100 grams over here. Now you set that aside. We'll first heat up the oil until it's hot enough to deep fry. So what we'll do is we will first dip the tofu into the batter and then coat it with the cereal and then deep fry it. We'll dip the tofu in the batter, just lightly coat it in the cereal, let it roll, coat all sides. Drop it in. Then repeat. Now you see they turn into golden brown. They are ready to be taken out. Now we have fried our tofu and they're ready to be fried again. But meanwhile, we'll keep it aside. We'll now prepare the cereal mixture that is the key to this dish. All the flavor will come from there. In a pot, I'll put about 1 tablespoon of oil. Turn the heat to medium-low and we'll add in our red chili padi as well as our curry leaves. Now you fry until it gets crazy. Ooh. Fear not. Just keep a distance. This is why it's important to dry the curry leaves thoroughly. I guess there's some moisture left in the leaves. Cool. Now you see how that the leaves are turning like kind of translucent from the frying. This is a good sign that they will become crispy. Okay, now you will be able to smell the aroma for sure. So just like about a minute of frying, we'll add about 30 grams of butter. Now make sure the flame is really low at this point because butter burns quite easily. So we don't want to burn butter, do we? Just want to melt the butter. Okay, now that the butter is melted, I have about another 80 grams of the instant cereal. Add it in. So depending on how much you like, but I don't think you should have any lesser than what I'm already adding here, because you want your tofu and this to mix well together, to coat together. And this is very nice over rice, so you don't want to have too little of it. How would you? This is the soul of the dish. Now once everything is well mixed, we will add in the seasoning. We'll add about a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of sugar, some black pepper, we'll give it a good mix. Now we add in our fried tofu. And mix everything well. You can increase the temperature a little bit now so that you heat up the tofu again. Because we're using soft silken tofu, even though we have deep fried it, it is still very tender and soft in the middle. When you mix it, toss it gently. Alright, now it's done. Time to serve. Cereal tofu. Shall we do a taste test? Be careful, this will be hot. You cannot go wrong with this recipe. It's crispy, it's fragrant from the cereal, the curry leaves, just a small hint of heat from the chili padi. This is a great dish for sharing. We often have it with other dishes and with rice. Alright, we've come to the end of this video. Let us know in the comments down below if you try this recipe and what you think of it. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye!